Today's AskReddit post. Which fictional world would you live in? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Star Trek. Life as an average citizen would be great as poverty was eliminated in the early 22nd century. Life on board a starship, however, would be awesome. We're probably in the Star Trek universe right now. The 21st century was filled with war and unrest in the universe. The one in my head. The best answer. The only answer. Stardew Valley. Seems chill. I just want to give a man a pomegranate twice a week until he's in love with me. Wait, that isn't how real life works. Fuck. I've been giving my boyfriend prismatic shards for no reason then. Update. Have discovered pizza and coffee are his loved items. Shell pendant to follow? It would be cool to live in Australia if it existed. I'm from Australia. Can confirm we don't exist. I'm also Australian. Can confirm this guy doesn't exist. Don't look for us. The world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Would love to see all the hybrid animals. And pet a turtle duck. I agree. Just as long as I'm not a cabbage vendor. Bonus points if I'm a bender. Wish granted. You're now a bender in the Shyamalan universe. I would live in Hobbiton. Yep, Hobbiton seems chill. Good choice. Breakfast twice. I'd like that. It's my favorite meal. And no shoes. We've had breakfast. But what about second breakfast? Pokemon. Having earthquakes and tsunamis because two kids battle. What could be better to wake up when you're just about to catch your first Bulbasaur but you're interrupted by an earthquake. The only region you can actually catch Bulbasaur in is Alola Island. Scan on Route 2 on Fridays. In every other game, it is a gift starter from Oak in red, blue, fire red, and leaf green. Gift from a girl in Cerulean City if Pikachu likes you enough in yellow. Potential gift from Oak after beating Red in HGSS. Sycamore after beating him in XY. Or from Honey after clearing Mustard's first trial at the Isle of Armor in SW. Anything G-rated. Certain pleasure are unavailable but there's no torture and crap. Nah, the good stuff is just off screen. People are born there, right? Nala's Duck Me Eyes are G-rated. Lord of the Rings. At the end of The Return of the King, living a peaceful life in the Shire would be rather swell. Animal Crossing. Carefree is the life for me. That's the first thing I thought when I read this question. Hungry? Shake a tree. No money? Shake a tree. Need some things? Shake a tree. Need an adrenaline rush? Shake a tree. The ugliest world. I honestly wouldn't mind being brainwashed to be happy and bubbly all the time and super perfect looking. 100% Pokemon. Don't mind me. 10-year-old kid with a motherfucking dragon. Bliss. You'll also have to deal with terrorist teams taking over the world and legendary Pokemon trying to end the world every year or so. That's main character problems. I just want my Pikachu to surf. Toe in surfing with Squirtle. The culture. They have an absolute blast. Absolutely. If you were to live in Harry Potter world or Middle Earth. Yeah, it might be cool to be a hero or a wizard, but you're most likely going to be some muggle or some boring jerk who gets killed by an orc just trying to farm or something. In the culture, every boring jerk has it made. Sims 3. I mean, I can become a CEO, get married, and have 2 kids in 3 weeks. And die while trying to make spaghetti. Edit. This wasn't even that funny. Or end up in a room with no door and stuck until you die. Lego. Everything is awesome. Until you start to walk. And then you fall into a river. I'm down for Narnia mostly for my never-ending love for Turkish delight. Edmund, is that you? I'd live in the Harry Potter world. How do you know you don't already? And you're just a muggle? Exactly. There's no guarantee you'd be a wizard. Full Metal Alchemist for sure. It's one of the few anime where you can actually learn superpowers if you study and try hard enough. I would study my ass off to get a fire glove like Mustang. Ditto. Can't believe so many people are picking worlds where the cool stuff might happen to other people. Cause the rules of this question are obviously not oh yeah, your life will just be the same anyway. Adventure time. I mean, there's people made of candy, for crying out loud. There should also be massive levels of background radiation. It's all good. Finn seems to manage. If not the Star Wars universe, most definitely Hyrule. I would live in Breath of the Wild's Hyrule post-Calamity Ganon. You'd really want to be attacked one day by a group of ninjas who have a banana fetish? Hone or Discworld? Discworld. As long as it's not Ankh-Morpork. Futurama world would be pretty fun to live in. Neverland. Edit. Peter Pan's Neverland. Although I've never seen a Stroopwafel in real life either. Getting harassed by bubbles. Nas me and I are tight, don't worry about it. Percy Jackson's world. Yeah, it would be cool if you're half-blood, but imagine you're just shopping in a random city and all of a sudden some teenagers come around with magical weapons and powers fighting a mythological monster. Mortals can't see the monsters though. Although you do have a point about how much it would suck if you weren't a half-blood. It's essentially the same world I live in today, and nothing would change for me. I didn't really think that out. Elder Scrolls. It might be hard living, but the atmosphere is wonderful. Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. The Jetsons. I'm from the far off future of 2010. Checks calendar that says 2012. The Scott Pilgrim universe. Kick ass with no consequences. Get 1-ups and collect coins and items. Hang out with hot chicks. And play cool tunes. Also, all the great hangouts of Toronto still exist there. And the average people seem to excel. Kicking ass with no consequences allows a lot of opportunity to, I guess. Ducking 2019 again. Only problem with that is eventually time would pass and you'd be back in 2020. But this time you invest heavily and zoom in toilet paper. Minecraft is really depressing if you think about it. Yeah, but the freedom is good and the enemies aren't that big of a threat if you know how to counter them. Star Trek and X-200B. That holodeck would be the poop. Star Trek is the future I hope for. Ethan Phillips from Voyager, Neelix, once said that Star Trek is preparing us for what the future will be like. Azeroth. Some areas are war-torn, but there is some beautiful scenery. Aladdin. Genies exist in this world, and magic carpet rides. Parks and Recreation started off more realistic, but toward the end, it's definitely a more fantastical version of reality where all socio-political problems have solutions that are moral, rational, and efficient, and people are willing to carry them out or be convinced to carry them out, all within a week or so. So that. Canada. Happy Canada Day. Fallout. Realistically, I'll probably die fairly quickly, but god, I just want to shoot a fat man. Probably how I'd die tbh. You'll be fine as long as you stay in places like New Vegas, Diamond City, Boneyard, NCR Base, maybe even San Francisco. I mean, most of New Vegas outside of the strip seems kinda poopty. Naruto. If everyone biologically has chakra, I would just learn ninjutsu but skip military service, lol. Scrolled way too far for this. Sesame Street. Can I change my answer to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Hyrule. Just remember that Ganon's revived every other Thursday. Other than that, you should be fine. Ocean Avenue from Bob's Burgers. I could genuinely see myself spending every day trying the burger of the day and enjoying the hijinks the family get up to. There never seems to be that crazy of trouble too. So I'd feel relatively safe living there. Did Teddy write this? I don't know, Bob. Did I? Said semi-aggressively. Destinyverse. Even if I have to die first, I'd see little difference with today compared to the future with machine, pirates, zombies, and space turtles. I'm right there with you. I would love to be the Guardian too. Go around slaying gods, breaking the limits we thought possible, and ultimately become the legend we are today. The spaceships from Wall-E. This do it. The safest, most relaxing answer in this thread. Porn, obviously. Your sink would break and literally no one is qualified to actually fix it. Please God. I just want one pizza without some dude's dick in it. Doom. Even if I die within the first few minutes, seeing the Slayer rip through demons like nobody's business would be a sight. Plot twist. You are a demon and you hear boss music. He would still see his idol rip him into half. Foster's home for imaginary friends. Naboo from Star Wars. Peaceful, no war, good economy. Trade Federation enters the chat. Star Wars. Star Wars is actually very real. It's just in a galaxy far, far away, and the events happened a long time ago, so unfortunately there would be no Ahsoka left for us. His Dark Materials Golden Compass world. Getting to have my own demon pal hanging out all the time would be cool. I would love to know what my demon is. Bonus points if I can somehow qualify to enter Jordan College. Monster Hunter World. You can't die. No one dies. Except for the big dumb idiot monsters that spawn endlessly and people pay you for bringing bits of the dead thing. Then, you go back to base where there is an unlimited supply of the most delicious food and drink you've ever seen. Prepared by awesome cat friends. This is actually an incredible one. Toontown from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Apostrophe. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.